Attention YouTubers. YouTube reportedly has 2 new metrics for gauging how well videos are performing on their platform that they use within their company. These are internal metrics that you can't see in your dashboard. We're going to go over both of them today, including total watch time. This is all of the watch time a viewer has on the entire platform, including their comments, what they read, what they post. This is YouTube Community tab. This is YouTube Stories. Let's talk more about that. And also quality watch time. This is helping YouTube combat, garbage clickbait on their platform and, videos that are clickable just for the sake of being clickable, rising to the top in the YouTube recommendation engine. How does this impact your strategy? Well, before we dive into that, let's talk about the details and the context that was provided in this article in Bloomberg so you know exactly what's going on here, because these 2 quote-unquote new metrics are not actually brand new. We're just getting confirmation for the first time that YouTube's been using these behind closed doors to measure the impact and the success of your videos. This is the Bloomberg article that this video is based upon, and it is all about responsibility. And in my opinion, this article was published as a PR response to 2 major problems that YouTube has been having recently. Number 1 is EU Parliament breathing down their neck and trying to make YouTube directly responsible for every single thing that's posted on their platform, effectively making YouTube go away in the EU because they could never be responsible for every piece of content on their platform legally. That would make it impossible for them to operate. Number 2, they want to address advertisers, and they want to make sure that advertisers know they're taking responsibility of their platform and everything's advertiser safe, so feel free to give us as much money as possible. So here's the juicy bit that came out in this article right here in this section. So Google Division introduced 2 new internal metrics within YouTube over the past 2 years to gauge how well videos are performing. Now, one of them right here we'll talk about first is total watch time, but not just on your videos, but on the entire platform itself. This includes your comments, how you post, how you read, not just the clips that you watch. So what does this mean for you creators? How should this change how you think about the platform? So things like community tab on your channel. Well, we didn't know how much or how exactly community tab would impact your channel and your content and your standing in the YouTube algorithm, but now we know things like community tab will impact the total session time of people on YouTube. So if you tell a story through your community tab that is highly engaged, for example, and maybe you write like a 1,000-word essay here and people read your story and they spend a couple minutes with your community tab post, that bodes well for your entire channel potentially. That bodes well for maybe your other content, maybe your other community tab posts potentially. That's what this potentially means. The other part of this as well is YouTube's Stories, which you can post on mobile, which will make an icon appear around your avatar, and those stories can retain viewers on the platform as well. And if your stories are engaging, if people are clicking your stories and they're clicking your avatar, then potentially that could benefit your other stories. That could also benefit your community tab posts, and hopefully this would also benefit your videos. So you need to think about your strategy in the totality of viewer retention. Not just the retention of each individual video itself, but the retention of all of the content that you're posting on the platform and how viewers are engaging with it across YouTube Stories, across Community tab, as well as videos themselves. Well, how do you know if it's working? Where can you see total session time? The answer to that is you can't. And so yes, these are metrics that YouTube's looking at, but you can't see that session time right now. All you can see are the total impressions that YouTube is giving your videos, how much they are recommending your videos, your click-through rate for your videos, your views from impressions on your videos, your average view duration for your videos, and your total watch time impressions for your videos only. I'm hoping that in the future, these metrics that are right here in the upside down pyramid of success on YouTube will include session time statistics and click-through rate for things like community tab posts and YouTube Stories, but we don't have that data right now. Back to the Bloomberg article, the second statistic here is more interesting and difficult to lock down. It's called quality watch time, in air quotes, quality. It's a squishier statistic with the noble goal to spot content that achieves something more constructive than just keeping users glued to their phones. And if you guys have been keeping up with YouTube news, you know that YouTube has been making a big effort to clean up things on the kids side. For example, kids watch their phone non-stop. So let's talk about quality, because quality is very much an opinion thing. So I pulled up Game Master content that targets kids. I think that Game Master content is not quality content. But you know what? Kids think that this is quality content. Why? Because they click the video, because they watch a ton of the content as it goes through, they give it a like, and they may even give it a comment at some point. All the metrics say this is quality stuff, lots and lots of thumbs ups. So how is it that you measure quality content? How is it that you dive deep into the numbers on a scalable level as YouTube and decide what is quality for kids to watch in this example versus not? I have a couple theories here that I'm going to share with you, and I'd like to preface this by saying this is just theory, but there's a couple things that you can see in analytics that may indicate how high quality something truly is. If people have a very high click-through rate, cool, it'll recommend your content. If you have a high average view duration, cool, YouTube will recommend your content. But what you guys are noticing recently, and a bunch of big tubers are telling me this too, some of their click-through rates are 15% on videos, but the video's not growing. It's actually just kind of staying normal. And other people are noticing my average view duration's super high, but my video's not growing. It's just staying normal. What's going on? I think they are experimenting with the algorithm right now with this quality thing to look at other metrics that we're not aware of. And some of those metrics are going to include things like true engagement. So let's talk for a moment. True engagement is things like people watching a video and then them rewinding back a part of that video and watching it multiple times. That shows YouTube that that is a truly engaging piece of content. Also, if you watch a video once and then you come back later and manually search that video and watch it again and watch it twice, that's true engagement. That shows that that's a super high quality piece of content. Also, when content gets lots of traffic from an external source outside of YouTube, and when those clicks come in, people watch a bunch of it and they watch a high view duration of it, I also think that's an indicator of quality content. So I think that they're looking at these kind of indicators, these triggers like this, to determine what true quality is. If you're watching something repeatedly, it must have been good. If you're coming back to it, it must have been good. And if people are clicking it from external sources and still watching it all the way through, it must have been good. This is a very squishy statistic. We don't know too much about it, but this is my best theory on exactly how it works. If you are interested in having me coach you with your YouTube strategy, social media strategy, etc., we can just get started with my Patreon, patreon.com/awalldigital. Come check me out. I have lots of patrons here, small businesses, large media companies. We start at $150 a month. I help you with your strategy, your coaching, etc., and we take it from there. Sometimes it becomes a long-term arrangement. Sometimes it's just for 1 month. Come sign up and I'll help you with your strategy. Good luck, creators, and I'll keep you updated on everything YouTube algorithm as it develops.